We're going for a clean sweep of goals in the girls division. We will have the women's 20s game to see us all off at the end of the day in the gold medal, but it's the 18s turn now, and in this one England heavy favourites. Twice they've beaten France already by a margin of 12-0 most recently, 10-2 on day one. France, though, in the final, they'll be well up for this one. Lexi Johnson alongside me. It's an unbelievable England's women's side, we must admit. They've absolutely flown through this 4-team competition. Can France stop them in the match that matters most?
Well, now is definitely the time to find out, isn't it? This is an also familiar matchup we've seen, and France will not like being down here, so they're going to come out with an absolute vengeance.
France with a bronze medal already to their name. They've secured silver as things stand with a victory over the Tamlin Trust Girls' School by 4-3. They've qualified on points difference for this big dance against England. England in the white and red shorts, left to right in the first 20 minutes. France in the white and navy. What a start it is to this gold medal match. England with the first drive, 6 touches to get us started here. And it's driven on direct by England, who are going to go for the fastest possible start. It's Ella Coyne, and then Loveridge. Stacked England side. Coyne going straight to the line. Loveridge somehow sneaks through. What a start.
I mean, how incredible was that start? They set up that sweeper platform immediately from the tap. These girls are so well drilled, and they are just showing us what they're made of here.
6th try for Ella Loveridge, and there is senior experience in this women's 18 side. They have been playing Women's Open at the very top level and also at the regional level. And some of these girls as well within the Bucks setup. I mean, there's so much rugby being played at the top end of the women's game in England, hence why they are the dominant force in that division. But France continuing to improve all the time. It's Alice Ferreton, and now Ines Gournay. Ferreton, Gournay, first chance for France here. Ferreton, over the top it goes. And Naomi Audaire is caught.
That was a beautiful chip over to the wing, really well read by England, and they waste no time as they turn defence into attack.
Soft hands from Abigail Wolfe. Just listing off this England team. Alexia, someone who plays in that university scene, you know just how unbelievable some of these England players are, and how it's only a matter of time till they are populating the Women's Open fully. The best Women's Open side in Europe.
Absolutely, there's so many names on this squad list that you see and you don't want to see. And that was really well defended there by France. But yeah, you see some of these names and you just dread facing them.
Really good drive. Tinker involved, England's top scorer with 12 in this competition, and unfortunately for France the penalty goes against them, and Isabel Jones will tap us off. Ruby Odell, and then Yarka, Tinker, Odell trying to catch France offside. Good work from Ferreton.
A great touch there in that middle channel. You can really see England are trying to condition France into doing exactly what they want to do.
Jess Yarka, Odell, round the corner comes Tinker. What a pill! Unbelievable pass. How casual was that for Matilda Tinker, perhaps England's best player across this 18s division. Took no time at all to wind it up, and dotted down by Ruby Abbasian.
Look at that, so well taken. These girls are just blindfolded they could do this. That is absolutely fantastic to see, and France are now coming out all fired up. That was a fantastic drive up to their 7.
7th score for Abbasian as France come forward. Julie Young steps off the left boot. France denied.
Hoping to see a little bit of France magic here. There's no touches left. They've got to get creative and choosing the safe option and burning that ball, so England have a lot of work to do.
And Naomi Audaire forced to turn it over. Good pick up from England, flicked off the deck by Loveridge. Already a score in this game, and then look at the pace. England steal 10 metres through the centre of the French defence. Changes inbound. Abigail Wolfe. Strong touch from the French, but Wolfe still going. Looks to drop it off for Tinker.
It's looking dangerous now. There was a French hand in there, so it will be an England ball on their 7 once again.
What a start to the game. 4 minutes in and England could be on for a third score. Wolf. Here's Ella Dean. Dean for the line, gets away from France. And Dean adds to the scoring early doors.
These girls have got so much in their playbook. It is absolutely stacked. That was a textbook 32 long setup there. Really well executed. Didn't even need to give that second pass. They were straight in.
Or 7th try as well, all in for Ella Dean in this tournament too. France looking to respond. Anne Hamelin. Manon Lefy. Amelin. Lefy. Good pickup, but Amelin goes to the open side, looking for that wonder pass out to the right-hand side. But it just doesn't come off for them here.
Yeah, it was a really tough one. They were just being so crowded out by England, and she was forced to give a pass she really didn't want to give, so that is so unlucky. And England perhaps looking for an away set here, or at least threatening one.
I mean, it is tough to come into a gold medal match having already been beaten twice, quite comfortably as well by England, and by all accounts, England have stepped up another gear in this gold medal match.
Yeah, they know exactly what is at stake here. Both teams do, and neither of them are going to want to let up any.
Loveridge throws the dummy, looks to slip through. Good defence. Amelin got across.
A recurring theme we're seeing in these England sides, they're targeting that link channel.
Palmer. Coyne. Matilda Palmer. Loveridge throws another big dummy, but this time caught by Lena Buteleb.
Buteleb has had a fantastic tournament. She has been an absolute star for this French squad. She's going to hope to bring out some more magic in this game.
Anis Amelan. Buteleb lets it go. This is really nice play from France. Double touch from Lucy Henderson. England all the way down the leg, as most of the players do have on this near side. Ferreton. Long ball, well taken. Chance for Auder. Watched all the way by England.
That was a really promising set of 6 by France there. That's the best they've looked all match so far. They kept the momentum up. Quick hands, fantastic handling, and another opportunity for them.
Chance for France. England won't hand it over often. They need to take this. Ferreton. Langlois. Looks to slide in Langlois. Plenty of touches, but caught by Coyne.
Nice 32 short option there with the opportunity for an overlap, but made a really good choice to hold on to that ball.
Alice Ferreton. Langlois. Ferreton. Good line. Great pace, but straight at England.
It's so tightly crowded in this middle channel. I've got a feeling there's a bit of conditioning again happening here. They're just threatening at that channel and will look to seek wide soon.
Well, Ella Coyne was going to touch her whether she wanted to or not that time. And it's another good stop. And now Ferreton looks to go expansive, but hits a good read from Loveridge. Penalty.
That is really important for France. They will absolutely want to use that. There's some clever play and a little bit of a hobble off here for a couple of the French players. Just get some fresh legs on to give this their best shot.
Changes then for France. Colombert. Fournier. Colombert.
Lovely little quickie platform there, but well read by those England middles.
Clarisse Fournier. Colombert. Really good line here for France. Julie Young caught out though. They're battering at the door here. You cannot fault them for their effort here in attack. And then the mature choice on final touch just to bury England in the corner and maybe force another mistake. That's really good hands from Coyne. Can't fault the French attack, but England, they just look so comfortable and composed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to take a few shots at this line for France just so England can let up, because they are a very, very well-informed side and they're going to be looking at everything that England are doing and using it to try and better them next time.
I'm not sure how pleased England will be with giving possession away cheaply by their standards. Man on the feet. Mia Moratis. Lefi. Moretis. Lefi again. Changes for France. Amelin. Anne Amelin. Another touch. France really stretching England here. They still hold firm. Amelin, great ball, Young.
What a rip out to the wing that was. She really wound that up.
Well, Naomi
Definitely want to see some more of that.
Naomi Auder's great hand so far for France on that near side. Dean. And then through the hands it goes from Tinker. And England make their changes. Oh, softly dropped on for Wolf to steal a few more yards. Well, after a couple of errors, as they tried to escape, England seem to have recovered here. Thea Hall. Odell. Hall. Good line speed from France.
Some lovely defensive pressure from France there. That was so important for them. They've really reduced England's yards and they're in a good position themselves to get this drive going. England
up by 3. France with 2 good efforts at the line, but they couldn't break through, and that looks like a hard touch. But instead a good touch. A powerful touch, and England have it back. Top work from Eva Artingstall. Artingstall. Through for Odell. Yarker. Artingstall. Yarker again. Odell. These two have played with real intensity so far. Here's Odell. Just drifting into the space and winning the penalty.
That was really well defended by France, though. They've been burned by that sweeper play before, just on the other side, so they knew it was coming and shut off that option. That was fantastic to see.
Yarker. Artingstall. Ruby Odell. Oh, just bounces round Ferreton, but then good recovery from Langlois. Another score after all this French pressure would wipe some sweat off the brow of the England coaches. Artingstall over. As the sun is now searing down here in Warwick. That early morning cold, a distant memory. Odell, Artingstall, what a touch from Langlois.
This is just incredible adaptive play from France. They're seeing everything England are doing and they are shutting it off so they cannot do it again. This is so good to see. Really mature play from these girls.
And France head towards the box.
And some great resistance to some quite rough touches here. They're doing well to keep their momentum going.
France caught out before they could really strike at the line. Bit of a stalemate unfolding here with England in a comfortable position at the moment.
They did really well to evade those shooting defenders then. This is textbook stuff we're seeing from England. We know they do this so well.
Darting run from Loveridge. Loveridge. Jones. Loveridge again. Looking for her second try. England on the board again. It's 4-0.
That classic link punish move that we know they are so fond of. Unfortunately, not quite defended by France this time. It just caught them off guard. But I'm sure they will not let that happen again. The way they've been playing, they will not want them to score there again.
England have 4 tries. With 7.5 minutes still to go in this first half. Can France make a game of this here? They have won a penalty.
That was well championed there. That was a touch coming in from the side, just caught her off guard, but they do get the fresh 6 on their own line.
What a dive from a long way out from Lena Boutaleb. France again with an opportunity at the 7. Amelin. Lefi. Amelin. England come out in 2s. And now they look to creep forward. Touch taken by Mohatis. Amelin, nice step. England there with numbers. Good touch from Jocelyn Diasatis.
Yeah, it was well crowded out by England there. They were constantly pushing that side. And an unfortunate error there will give France another opportunity to take a shot at this and get a score on the board.
Maybe a hint of complacency about England because they know how solid their defensive at the 7. Good option to find Mohatis. And they win a second penalty. Still 6 minutes to go in this first half. Amelin. Butaleb. Amelin again. They're firing the passes in over the top.
Stunning bit of interplay from the middle channel. Really just getting the defenders to move, and a wonderful link quickie.
But they've just run out of touches. A slight miscount from France. And again, just as you think, Lexi, that England are about to be challenged, they win possession back.
Yeah, they're sticking with what they know. We know they're so strong in defence. They move as a unit, and that is what is just becoming a bit unbreakable at the moment, and France are going to struggle to get through it.
Another turnover. Experienced coaching staff as well. England well supported here in Warwick. Andy Penniseard, Matt James, Lexi Williams, and team manager Claire Wilkinson-Sharp. All looking after the girls' 18s, who are looking to finish their tournament undefeated, just like the 15s before them. Although I don't think the 18s have been challenged to quite the extent as the previous final.
Yeah, not quite. It's just taking a little bit of time for the French girls to get off their feet a little bit, but I'm sure that will come. They will have one heck of a pep talk at half-time.
Tinker. Dean. Wolf fires it back in. And Ella Dean was already falling. It's a great effort, but France make the touch.
Beautiful touch there. That was a fantastic dive. Don't know how she got there.
Abigail Wolf, great pickup, scooting through. Chance here. Dean down for another. And is that an Ella Dean hat-trick?
What a stunner. She will be really pleased with that. Again, very much muscle memory there. It was as soon as she received that ball, no time at all, it was on the ground before that French defender could get there. These girls have done this time and time again. It is tried and tested.
There's some top quality Deans across the board this weekend, of course. Playing in various teams for England here, whose gold medal run looks like it's going to continue. It's 5-0 already before the break. France could do with getting one back. Young, Colombert, Young. Cleo Colombert. And then they just run out of touches. So rather simple defensive work from Ruby Abassian. Oh, a turnover. Well, this is interesting because England have been so comfortable at the 7, but my word, they're getting the practice in.
They really are, and I think that's actually quite important for them because the more they drill this, the better they are going to be, and it's going to be even harder for France to get over that line. But we know how persistent this French side is.
Clarisse Fournier. Young. Can't believe she's not scored yet in the tournament. Fournier, she's been very important to France. Cleo Colombert. Julie Young. Oh, just a little slip there. Another penalty. Well, the penalty count is certainly in France's favour, but they've got nothing to show for it yet. Changes mid-attack. Toro. Omelin. Manon Lefi. No touch just yet. England fly up again.
Got quite an unusual approach here, France. They've got a staggered sub happening, which is running down those touches, but if it works, what a stunning dive that was. Well defended, though.
Butaleb comes at it from such range. French coaching staff watching on, wondering what's not quite working for them here. Anne Amelan, ball on the inside. Manon Murphy loses out.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think they definitely did deserve to score there. A little bit of an injury, but she's all right. She runs on back, which is fantastic to see.
I mean, look, if you're the French coach watching this French girls 18 side attack and attack and attack, I mean, there isn't that much to be disappointed with. But Lexi, what is it about the England defence as they give possession back to France yet again that is making them so unbeatable at the 7?
They're just greeting France with such a resistance that I don't think they're used to. They're running this mad dog defence pattern at the moment and having one shooting mid who is creating a lot of pressure, who is then dropping back as the other mid shoots up because the touch was imminent, and it's just making them panic a little bit.
Butaleb, another great dive, this time caught at the feet of the English. Another penalty.
This is getting very dangerous for England here. They're almost back down to 5.
This is remarkable. England have coughed up possession so many times, and finally France break through.
A really well-deserved score from France there. They fought and fought for that one and finally came through with the score, showing that this England defence is in fact breakable.
Anne Milan becomes France's second top scorer with 5 for the tournament so far. What a remarkable piece of play. I mean, it's just weird. England have been brilliant with ball in hand, but in their own half, they've given up possession time and time again. But I wouldn't be surprised if they race through and score here, just as they did from the first set of 6.
Absolutely, they've got a lovely sweeper platform, electing not to go for that sweeper.
Odell, what a response. It's another score for England.
And as you were just saying, there we go. I mean, it's those moves from tap that are so lethal for England. And I think perhaps what is happening is they're so fantastic at getting the really complex things down. They just lack out a little bit on these fundamentals of that sub, and it's becoming a bit crucial, but they are fighting back.
Lucy Rao a little bit upset that wasn't given as a touch. France will come back from halfway. I mean, this is just one of the strangest games of touch that I've seen this whole weekend. This time it's France who lose possession, but England, what is it, 6 penalties inside their own 10 metre, and yet almost unbeatable at the 7. Well, we'll head into half-time. England scored 5 unanswered tries, then they went through a period of delivering possession to the French, and finally they were punished, and what do? Score right away to re-establish the 5-try buffer. England have one hand on the trophy in this girls 18s category. I'm sure there'll be some stern words at half-time about the pen count, but other than that, they've been almost flawless. What a team they've put together in this division. France with work to do, but they can get over the line, as they've already shown by scoring just before the break. 6-1, England lead in this gold medal match.
We get the half-time hooter. The final game, England versus France girls 18s on field 1 away, and versus Wales live streaming on field 2 as well. So now the girls 15s teams. Parents have had time to soak in their achievements. The trophy presentation for the medal presentation, sorry, for the girls 15 will be held at 11:30. So please congregate in front of the balcony at 11:30. In front of the pavilion. As we head towards lunchtime, all the food stalls are open. You've got mac fries, you have Big Melt, you have Sammy's, and you've got the crepe trailer. I believe from what I was told this morning, the orders, last orders for merchandise went in at 11 o'clock, so that should now be done for your orders. They need to be collected for the merchandise store will be closing at 12 o'clock. So if you order something, please collect it by 12 o'clock.
Welcome back to the second half of this girls 18 gold medal match. It's a bizarre fixture, Lexi alongside me, because I think we're watching 3 Englands here. The first, inside the French half, dazzling, no matter who they have on the field. Every trick in the book, brilliant hands, cutting open this talented French defence. And then we've got an England who, on the transition, cannot keep possession. 6 penalties inside their own half. And then a third England, a rock-solid defence at the 7. Brilliant in their line speed and their spacing. And despite France's many phases, they've only conceded 1 try. So it's very difficult to criticise England, despite giving away 6, 7, 8 penalties in that first half, because they've kept France out and gone out the other end and scored.
Yeah, this is a really bizarre game. It feels almost disjointed, but the flow isn't being obstructed here. There's just a lot of turnaround on roll balls and changes in possession, and they have all been in France's favour, but as you say, England's defence is just so strong, they're able to shut them off and could turn that back into attack.
Well, England have a gold medal at senior level, having taken the Women's Open at the Euros a few weeks ago against France. They have an under-15s gold after beating Wales this morning. Their women's 20 side will be hoping to beat France for a second time and claim the gold medal in one of our final games of the day. And as things stand, the under-18s are in a very strong position, leading by 6-1. And at times it's been quite casual from England, but they make it look casual because they're a talented and experienced touch side, Lexi.
Yeah, they 100% are. And to be fair, this France side, we're very lucky to have them, their box just below our commentary box here, and they are absolutely fired up and ready to go, and we expected nothing less. So they can still very much come back from this because we know they've done it before.
France will tap off left to right with 20 minutes still to go. Buildup gets us underway at Hamelin, the try scorer around the corner, and quickly to the ball is Moratis, who finds the fee. Hamelin. Moratis again at half. Big chance for France this. Popped up for Buildup. Good hands. Anne Hamelin goes for the long ball, but it's well watched all the way.
This is already looking so much stronger from France. They had a beautiful tap-off move there, really just swaying that defence from left to right and turned it into something on the line. Not quite executed, but that is much better.
I mean, what on earth could they have talked about at their England team talk as Palmer makes good meters? I mean, what kind of tone could they have possibly brought to the conversation? I did see Ella Dean, who carries in, having a few words. I mean, it feels very strange to criticise England when they're 6-1 up, but at the same time, they did give possession away quite a few times. I mean, I can't imagine what was said.
Yeah, it's a very fine line to walk because they'll want to keep the girls fired up and ready to keep up their lead in the second half. But I think maybe part of the issue with giving away all these penalties is the adrenaline that is running through them from being so eager. And that was a fantastic touch there.
Hamelin taking it with strength at the line. Abigail Wolf holds firm. Round the corner comes Langlois. England scramble. Good touch from Abassian. Langlois. Ferreton. All the way wide towards Lucy Rao. And then they've run out of touches there. Good transition from France. It's weirdly the area they've been strongest in compared to England, who have given it away a number of times. And yet they've struggled to contain England at the 7. And they haven't had the strongest time of things when they get to the 7 against this good English defence. But here in the middle of the park, they keep winning the ball back.
Yeah, this is looking absolutely lovely, and that was a fantastic drive there from France. Brilliant platform to set them up on the 7 with all these touches, and we know they like to use their entire set of 6, so we're going to want to see that here.
Clarice Fournier over the top for Colombe. Young, Fournier. Good chase out from England. Fournier. Cleo Colombe. But they miss out. England again with another shutout. They'll have more shutouts in this game than they do tries. They've been fantastic at the 7.
Yeah, the defensive effort of this squad is just truly remarkable. And another fantastic run there from England. That's Matilda Palmer. She has had one heck of a game so far.
Plenty of extra metres off the back of Palmer. Nice footwork. This is better from England in the centre of the field. And we know that as soon as they get rolling, they will threaten. It's Loveridge again. Outstanding take. Oh, the softest of hands all the way across. This is brilliant from England. Artingstall caught by Clarice Fournier. Some of the handling on show. It's as if they flick a switch and come alive once they enter the French 10.
They're so in tune with one another. These girls have been playing together for a long, long time, and they can just give those passes without looking. They know their other man is going to be there, and that's the sign of such a strong squad.
Good touch from Artingstall. Hamelin Throws the dummy, can't get away from Imogen Loveridge. Lafitte just gets away from Manon Lafitte.
That all comes down to that fantastic pressure in the England defence. They were pushing up, they were right in their faces and forced that panic pass, much to their advantage. Looking for an away set here, perhaps.
Plenty of support for England, of course, here at the University of Warwick, our home team, as it were. Good carry. England driving forward, and this time they win a penalty. And as a French supporter, you start to worry. England have been so clinical in this position. Coyne. Back out for Jones. Denied this time.
Again, targeting that far link punish, but well read once again by France.
Loveridge. Quick pick up from Artingstall. Loveridge. Great defence from France.
Beautiful sniping links are really, really key in this.
Ella Coyne. Jones. Coyne. Away from Loveridge, this time to the open side. Good option because Henderson was free, but just undercooked the pass.
Can we just acknowledge that textbook SL setup? To be seeing a link sweeper in the 18s category is just astronomical, and that was really well read.
Of course, with the revolution going on for England at Men's Open, Women's Open and Mixed Open, you know, they've drastically reduced the average age of their side, so it's easy to forget that these are still under 18 players who are producing such a high standard of touch on both sides. Just wait till the under 20s come out later. Another unbelievable set of French and English teams. Lovely break on here for France. Great pass over the top, and Langlois with a brilliant assist. If Auder has got it down, what a touch from England.
An unbelievable breakthrough there. The England defence just fell apart a little bit and they forced that chase. Chase was obviously incredible and managed to get there, but this is going to get the French girls absolutely fired up.
Try saver from Lucy Henderson, but I wonder if that's a moment for France to step up their game here and try and close the gap. England transition much improved. They've massively reduced the pen count in the last 6 minutes. Really nice work from Abbasian, but run out of touches there, England. That is the big change in this second half. They're not scoring quite as freely because France are working really hard, but the pen count has dropped like a stone.
Another really interesting defensive tactic there. They had Ruby O'Dell coming all the way over from mid to make that touch on the wing because she knew she wasn't going to be vulnerable for a while. And another lovely opportunity from France there on that subset. But it's just interesting to look at these different techniques and tactics that are happening in defence from England.
Feels as though they are trying some new things, perhaps, with the advantage they hold. They've shifted a few people around positionally. And I mean, it's just a testament to the ability of this group that they've decided to try these things out in a gold medal match. Hall. Over halfway, Abbasian off the deck. Palmer plays it wide to Dean. Good pace of Martinsall, caught by Amelin. Well, England won't mind how this game is going in the last few moments or so. Both sides completing their sets. Both sides approaching threatening, but not quite there because they hold such a good lead.
Yeah, it is so impressive that both sides are completing all of their sets because it is easy when the defensive pressure from both is this strong to panic a little bit and try and get that offload or that little throwaway pass, but they're sticking to their structures and it's really good to see.
A blistering opening 10 minutes in this game, Lexi, from England, and since then it's looked like England's game.
They've just been so consistent, haven't they, through attack and defence, obviously with a few errors at the end of that first half and some fantastic handling there. That was so well held. Yeah, they're looking pretty impenetrable at the moment, and now they've corrected this subset, they are making so many yards.
Good ball from Palmer too, and Dean leaves the field. New attacking set here for Coyne and Loveridge. Loveridge into the path of Tinker. Ball back on the inside, lovely finish from Imogen Loveridge.
That's a really tough call there. calling for a no touch, and there's a bit of deliberation between the refs, but the on-field ref is happy, and I reckon that is because it was within the 7, and it is up to the Frenchmen then to make that touch, and if they don't, that is on them. So England get the advantage, and they manage to go through and score.
Imogen Loveridge, I think one-on-one with Ella Dean for player of the final as things stand. Lexi, what are your thoughts?
I'd 100% have to agree. I mean, there's so many standouts in this England squad, and that's what makes them such a powerful force to contend with. Really, really tough to call who's going to be player of the game here.
We'll have to talk about it soon enough. The last game, we didn't get a chance to mention it due to its intensity, but Daisy Taylor of England under-15s, the player of the final in the girls' gold medal match. And with another score to England's name, you struggle to see how France can get back into this based off of how this second half has unfolded. England have now become faultless as they slide through. O'Dell over the top, what a finish. There was cover there for France from Ines Gournay, who just about denies them.
The ball is down. I have no idea how she managed to swerve that. That was a beautiful sweeper snapback pickup from Ruby O'Dell. Just held that ball long enough to get the dish, and a fantastic finish. I mean, look at this.
Brilliant from O'Dell, but how about the dive from Jocelyn Diasatis? England now have 8. And in this second half, I mean, they've almost looked like they're in a training exercise. They're so casual. They are so well drilled. France are working their hardest. Lefy with the drive, but England have looked so stable. It's very impressive play from them.
Yeah, absolutely. That was beautiful handling there. That's something that's been really consistent among this French side. They're so solid in their foundations.
Oh, lovely work from Amelin, but it won't come for them here. Yeah, it's no disrespect to France. It's not a comment on their play at all. I think they've had some great moments, but there's some aura around this English team.
Yeah, you can almost feel a glow coming from that sub-box. They know they're creating magic here, but another opportunity for France. They are definitely going to want to place in this second half.
I mean, it's objectively France's best performance against England.
Yeah, 100%, and you can see that here. Beautiful Swiffer platform. And a fresh set of 6 for France. That was a lovely little splitter play we saw.
Yeah, there's glimpses here. A reminder that they're still one of the top women's sides in Europe at under 18 level. Lefy, Amelin goes for that really late release. But I think it's going to be a penalty here.
That's really fortunate for France there. It was just looking for the release that didn't quite come, but an offside player means they get another set of 6.
Amelin. Manon Lefy. Anne Amelin. Lefy, tough touch from Dean, comes flying in. Really impressive stuff from England in defence. Another penalty.
Seems to be a bit of a breakdown in communication on the French side there. The half was just not where they wanted to be.
But they'll take a fresh set of 6.
Yeah, they're going to get another shot at this.
Manon Lefy, Boutaleb. Lefy, Boutaleb. Good interplay between them. It rolls a little on the ball, but well done from Manon Lefy to keep it alive. Good hands from Amelin. Now they might pull the trigger here. Amelin going for a second, lets it fly. I mean, what a take by Mia Moratis. Good recovery.
So well held there. Really, really tough pass to catch, but she wastes no time on that roll ball either.
Lefy, Amelin. France knocking on the door here. Anna Amelin. Touch made. This is good defence from England. Once again, that rock-solid defence at the 7 that we saw in the first half is returned for England.
That's such a nice dive from Amelin there. She's definitely going to get one of these at some point. It's just sliding right under the defence, but they're just a bit too quick.
Yeah, she is France's only try scorer, but England have survived another set of multiple penalties inside their own half. And look how cleanly they look to break. They have fixed that error from the first half. But,
famous last words there, Will.
Not on this occasion. It's such an interesting fixture because 8-1 on the scoreline. It doesn't necessarily reflect the flow of the game. France have had plenty of time camped out on the England 7, but the clinical nature of England once they're inside the French half has shone through.
Yeah, you're so right. It is really not reflective of what we've been watching here. France have had a lot of possession in this, but just not quite being able to convert it, and that comes from this really strong England defence.
But at the same time it does, because, you know, what does 8-1 tell you? That England have been great going forward and solid at the back, and that's the case.
Yeah.
Coyne, Loveridge, on for another here. Missed pass over the top, few inches short. Would have been another great score. It's not the thrilling final we had before, but it is a show of strength from England.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been very solid from start to finish from both of these squads. They've been incredibly consistent, and it's nice to see that pace not slowing down at all as we enter these last few minutes.
I mean, it's very similar to the women's final at the Senior Euros a couple of weeks ago in Vichy, where England's women's opens were comfortable despite France's best efforts and good skill. And it's just been left behind by Ferreton.
That's really unlucky there. I think it will be a bit of fatigue setting in, because these girls have all been playing for the past 3 days straight, so they're going to be tired, and this game has definitely been very physical, so they'll start to feel that.
This is the 7th game, and France, you know, after a defeat to the Tanlin Trust School, really would have shaken them up there. They've beaten Ireland twice, and then they've recovered to take victory over that the Singapore Invitational team. So a long old tournament for them. England have rocked and rolled their way to some big wins. They indeed were tested by the Tamlin Trust School. 2 big wins against France. This certainly France's best performance, almost a ridiculous pickup by Isabel Jones.
Yeah, that was beautiful. They're still threatening greatness here, but I've mentioned it a lot, as you were saying here. They've had a lot of defeats, this French team, and this game is as much mental as it is physical. You know, England are riding high and they're coming out on top all of the time, and they're just going to take that from strength to strength, whereas France constantly are having to regroup and refresh and reset before every game, and that takes a lot out of you, and it doesn't go mentioned very often, but it is definitely worth saying.
Coyne. 4 minutes to go. England still keen for more. Loveridge, Palmer, Coyne. Whistle goes. I think it's going to be a penalty against England there. Good spot from the sideline referee, Lexi.
Yeah, they have been absolutely on top of this game the entire time, because it has, as we've said, been quite disjointed. There's been lots of ref calls, but it's not obstructed the flow. They're just on top of things to keep it moving again. It's really nice to see.
France drive up the halfway. This is a brilliant transition. Manon Lafille. Amelin. Mea Moratis could take, but shut down by Matilda Palmer.
Yeah, really well defended, but that is the best they have looked so far. They had so much depth and so much width on that subset and drove really hard into that strike dump. Just well defended there.
And they've earned another shot at the line with just 3 minutes to go. Well, let's lock it in then. Who do you think has been the player of this final?
Oh, you can't make me choose. This has been so difficult. They've all been absolutely stellar.
Ruby O'Dell's had a great game.
O'Dell's definitely stands out to me. They've spent so much time in defence, and she's not set a foot wrong this entire time.
Tinker, perhaps their best player across the competition, also good today. Abigail Wolfe, Ella Dean, Imogen Loveridge.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could pick any of these girls and there would be no complaints. They are just fantastic.
France, right to left, they're still looking to create here. That's nice footwork. I am going to make you pick out of those 4 then.
I'm going to have to go with O'Dell. I think she has just been an absolute standout for them.
Oh, it's a cultured pick. Congratulations to O'Dell, as England still defending here. They do win it back. France have had good performances across the competition. And in this game, I think Langlois, who came off limping in the first half, has then been brilliant in the second. Ferreton, who's such a hard worker. Anne Amelan, perhaps their most dangerous attacking threat. And Bouteleb as well, with those long dives. That's a skill set that will serve her well as she moves up the French pathways. But it is England who have looked comfortable for a while here. Good shutdown from Lucy Rout.
Yeah, that was really important just to slow the momentum, because the England girls were coming in at such force there. They were really charging towards their line. So they've just been slowed down a little bit.
O'Dell. And through goes Yaka. kept out with a minute and a half on the clock. The gold medal is England's again in this girls 18s category. And they continue to be the dominant force in the women's division in the Northern Hemisphere. Odell, lovely ball.
What a stunning assist there from the player of the match. That was absolutely beautiful. She's just proving me right there, isn't she? Just the cherry on top and a textbook finish. That is definitely how these girls are going to want to go out at this game.
Henderson with another good score as well. And what a tournament for Henderson with 2 tries in this game. She goes to 8 overall. Tinker, I think, will finish as the top scorer with 12. And Anne Amalan still looking to match Langlois as their top scorer, still coming forward. 5 to her name at the moment. But it's a nice ball into the path of Colombier. Palmer with the touch.
This is still looking really, really promising from France, and they've got lots of support on their line. They're getting louder and louder as they execute these moves.
One last roll of the dice for them here. Popped up for Clarisse Fournier. But not enough time for France. And that should be that.
Yeah, perhaps the writing is on the wall a little bit here, and England are just going to want to run down the clock for these last 15 seconds just to make sure they end in such a good position. And they won't even go for the sub. They're so aware of the timings of this match, and they know they've just run it down. And we officially have our winners of the girls 18 category.
England under 18 make the clinical look casual. It's as if they wish to show off both sides of their game, handing France plenty of opportunities, but a defensive masterclass has seen them concede just a single try, and on the front foot they have dazzled us throughout this game. 9-1, they claim the gold medal. It is one of the most confident performances in a gold medal match that the Youth Euros has seen, especially in recent times when the standard from the other nations has continued to rise. But England just keep floating to the top in this women's division.
Yeah, they are really, truly a class act, and they complete the double there. Their 15 side and their 18 side now with gold. And what a stellar match it was. They really showed off what they can do.
Just one more women's gold in the offering, and there will be a gold medal match between France and England 20s later on. But congratulations to England under 18s, far and away the best side in this division, and they've proved it in the final on both sides of the ball. Final score in this gold medal match, England 9, France 1. But the real question is, in our next fixture due to tap off at 11:50, can the boys reach those heights as well? England taking on France. France the slight favourites in this one.
Mixed between Ireland versus China. On field 6, mixed 15, Lebanon versus Belgium. Presentation coming up in the balcony versus the pavilion, girls under 15s, in the next few minutes. The girls 18 presentations will go to the just finished. Will be held at 12:40. The team girls 18 will be held at 12:30 at the balcony of the presentation. the girls 15s. Before we start the presentation, can I say I was watching some of the games and that final was absolutely amazing. Obviously, the Leicester winners were fantastic games. All teams were fantastic. I'll be handing you over to Chris Simon, who will be introducing some of the people. Get the presentations away. There'll be bronze first, silver, winner of the final, and the gold medals. Okay? So, what will happen? Chris will invite the teams up, get the trophy, medals, and then obviously once they go back down, the next team will come up. Chris, in just a few minutes, just so much video. So if we all ready for the good turn, we got a good turn? I like it. Right.